And we are live. Hello, welcome to Hawk Radio Live at 365. I'm your host, Tati.
I'm your host, Trevea.
I'm Sid.
And I'm AJ.
And this is our first official opening of our barbershop. Yay! On our little podcast, we're going to talk everything about entertainment, music, fashion, and sports, and we hope you enjoy it.
So, kicking this right off, we got some music headlines. We know the Super Bowl has happened last week, but that's not my topic. That's someone else's. So, we're going to get to the music category where, as you guys know, Bad Bunny had a heck of a good performance. I saw
Yes,
it.
you did.
Yes, I did not watch it because I had some homework I had to get done, if I'm being honest.
no.
But I did get the homework done, and at first I was like, I don't know why the captions aren't here because normally if something is in a different language, I would like have captions. But I feel like what he did, I could hear him like pretty well, and he did a really good job, even though like it was like a lot of band and it was a lot of like trumpets and stuff like that. He had a very good variety of like band stuff that was going on. So props to him for singing the show. And props to him for being the first true Latin artist to start the halftime show. We've had in the past, we've had Shakira, and we've also had
You've had J-Lo, Shakira.
Yeah.
J-Lo, Shakira.
But like J-Lo and Shakira was like more of a duo.
No, yeah,
And they're like
exactly.
featured.
So J-Lo was never like on her own.
No, yeah, but that's the thing. He's the first true Latin to where he specializes in Latin reggae, Latin pop.
Mhm.
Whereas Shakira,
And it was only on Spanish.
yeah, and while J-Lo and Shakira they crossed over and they would do a mix of both.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny's just straight Spanish, straight from Puerto Rico.
That's right.
And this was his first like I think this is even more special because this was like one of his first like I want to say big stage performances like that. I think that was like a really big turning point in his career to really look back like because he came a long way. Like,
He came such a long
especially
way.
from
Oh,
like
yes.
fans of Bad Bunny, he came a long way.
Yeah, that performance made me like almost emotional. It was really inspiring to see like all the stuff from the island.
Yeah. What was cool about it is he brought, because if you saw his concert or his residency in Puerto Rico, he basically brought a mini version of that to the Super Bowl. He brought the mountains, he brought the casita, the Paraguay cart,
The two chairs.
dominoes.
Oh my gosh.
Like, he brought the Puerto Rican block party he had for his residency to the Super Bowl. And it was just phenomenal from start to finish. And it wasn't even just about the set itself, but what he was saying in the music. If you listen to his lyrics and you translated them, and talked about the beauty of Puerto Rico and the struggle of Puerto Rico in itself.
All the emotional aspects, and I was like, oh,
It
no,
was,
cry.
Yeah.
it was very culturally impactful. And then another thing that kind of like got me a little bit choked up is when he brought out all the flags, and he even had Canada's flag out there, all the Caribbean flags, like nobody was excluded, and I felt like that was even like that in itself said a whole lot more than words ever could.
Like that's truly being like united to bring everyone together, and he put it in
Right.
such a beautiful way.
Yeah, but besides him and his incredible performance, he brought a incredible cast of musical artists ranging from Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, who had the song Danza Kuro, Ricky Martin, you guys may remember, Kalia Uchez, and of course Cardi B was there, just having a good time. And don't forget, if you guys have seen The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal was there, who was also in the Super Bowl commercial. So he was there having a good time, and also Lady Gaga was there singing "Die with a Smile" because Bruno Mars, if you guys don't know, he's Puerto Rican. So that's kind of a cool little like tribute to Bruno Mars.
And a fun little tidbit. The reason why "Die with a Smile" sounded a little bit off-putting, but not really, is because the original beat is 16 by 16, but the salsa version is 4 by 4. So Lady Gaga was singing the salsa version of the song. That's why it sounded a bit different, but it matched it up with the way everyone was dancing on stage around her. So when I found that, I'm like, ooh, okay. Like, it's always the hidden details you never expect.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Him like putting all that good work in. I thought it was so random that she showed up though, like not in a bad way. Like it took me aback so much. I was like, what's Lady Gaga doing here?
No, but to your point, a lot of the Hispanic artists he played, you mentioned Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, with them showing up, they weren't physically there at the show and they didn't physically perform.
Right.
But if you listen to some of the parts of the performance where he's transitioning to the truck and he has all the dancers out there dancing, he has the instrumental to their songs, Gasolina. He had Don Omar's song, but he also had some they were all Puerto Rican legends on the island. There's all guys who are representative of Puerto Rico. So he has a little throw to them like, hey, I didn't get here just for me. I'm here for the guys.
I'm here for everybody.
I'm here for everyone from Puerto Rico who couldn't perform on this stage. So he's there. He's representing everyone. And like to the callback to when you said about the flags, the message with the flags, he's bringing out everyone in Latin America, everyone in the Americas, because the U.S. is just not America. You got Canada, you got Mexico, you have Venezuela. All these countries are in Latin America. And to his point, we all are Americans, not just people in the U.S. So that in itself was such a emotional moment. The call back to his prior artists of Don Omar and Daddy Yankee with Ricky Martin there, all those guys, was such a beautiful moment for him.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of that performance was the scene where they're like, was it the telephone poles and stuff? Because I think that was like referencing to it was a Hurricane Maria and stuff, and I almost cried because like I'm Puerto Rican, and like when my family went through that, like I remember just being like very terrified and stuff. So for him to mention it, because like it really is a big deal, and like the shoes on the wire lines, I was like, oh my god, no, I can't do this. Like me and my whole family were so emotional about it.
Even down to the little boy who he woke up on the chairs, or the little boy he handed the Grammy to, and it was kind of like speculated all over, but and even a lot of fans said that the little boy was supposed to represent the 5-year-old kid who got detained by ICE. That was like another like little silent but very loud spoken symbolism that he dropped in there. And honestly, I keep saying it, but his performance spoke louder than words, because we all know action speaks louder than words, and especially with the current state of what's happening, it was a really powerful and moving message, even though it may not have made sense to other people. Like he said in his pre-halftime show that he wants music to be universal. He wants it to not have a language barrier, and that's really what his Super Bowl halftime performance conveyed. Language doesn't have a music barrier. It's a vibe. It's a way for people different people to connect through cultures, through music.
Expression.
Yeah. That's basically what music is.
Yeah. And going back to Tati's point about the poles, the electric poles. First off, when he got up there, everyone is in the back talking about don't fall. Please don't. We got too much money on this. Do not fall. Because he wasn't hooked up into anything. But to your point, it's also a good nod to the infrastructure over there. Isn't always the greatest. And to the hurricane, the U.S. has never really helped Puerto Rico recover from that.
Even though they're a part of America. Which is insane.
And the U.S. had annexed them, but even though they are a territory, the U.S. doesn't help them. They took the country, and they are so hell-bent on keeping Puerto Rico for a military strategy and the military implications it has in that area. But when it comes time to help them and time to give them money or give them support, the U.S. doesn't give them any of that. So
they only want to use them, and it's horrible.
So it's also a good nod to, hey, we are a part of this country, but you still refuse to acknowledge us and give us support when we need it.
Yeah, even though they made Puerto Rico a American state.
Yeah, well, the
so
territory.
ironic.
Territory.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, like.
Yeah. But the show was a vibe.
Yeah, it was a vibe.
Anyone who says we didn't know what it meant, you can go on Apple Music and you can listen and translate the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go on
But
Google Translate.
But the show was a vibe.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there were watch parties everywhere. People were having fun watching it. Especially from Puerto Rico, people were loving that he was like just doing it, having fun, because we know that it's been like Puerto Rico has had some like tough times, and we know that this is like a big step for like everyone in there. So.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I love seeing the little background celebrities like Cali Uchis, Pedro.
It was just a giant block party.
Yeah, it was.
I wanted to be a part of it. That was fun.
Man.
Almost every like club or parties, everyone was having after parties. Everyone was lit because it's like the game was pretty much a letdown. I'm sorry for any football fans out there, but it was a letdown.
Who's playing at Bad Bunny's concert?
Like literally, that's basically what it was.
It was a dog walk.
What
that was.
Yeah, I don't understand football that much. All I saw was 0 to like whatever the points were. And I was like,
oh, we'll talk about that later. That
Right.
game is a dog walking.
Oh my god, that was. Yeah, it's a lot wrapped into that. Like it's not even like a neatly tight bundle. Like that was a messy area.
But that's
Should've
why we're
been
here.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
But the show in itself, again, start to finish, he covered so much. The beginning of the show was, I'm going to get y'all grooving, I'm going to get y'all moving.
Yeah, but okay, we're going to be right back after this little hit song. And we are back at Hawk Radio Live 365. Yay!
All right.
So now So now we're going to talk about fashion around the Grammys and the Super Bowl. But to pick up back on the Super Bowl, there's actually a lot of history behind Bad Bunny's fashion. So they had the designer store Zara, which I have some likes and dislikes about that store. But apparently Zara designed everybody's outfits, including Bad Bunny's, the background dancers, even like the people who were like the grass people and
the
stuff.
bushes.
And the band and the orchestra, like everybody was in a Zara fit. And I guess the reason why is because Zara is based in Spain, so they wanted to get someone.
Oh, that would make sense. It sounds Spanish, but also
Right?
I didn't realize they were designer either.
Yeah.
I didn't think they're designer either, because I've shopped there a few times and they do have like really fancy looking clothes, but they used to be like just like a random like fashion store that had like some good finds. But I think they gotten more popular over the years, especially with like older women. But apparently, have you guys seen like the number 6'4" like on his little jersey?
Mm-hmm.
So there's actually meaning for it. It's the birth year of his late uncle, and forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, Kukito, who he taught Bad Bunny everything he knows about the NFL, and apparently they're both fans of the 49ers.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so I thought that was really sweet. And he was also we don't know if he's advertising, but I think this was a little advertisement for his sneaker brand with Adidas. He was wearing his little Bad Bunny 1-point shoes and stuff. So that was all the little fashion history. I thought that was really sweet that he was having that number for his uncle. A little sweet reminder. But yeah, everything was designed by Zara. Yeah, anyways, let's talk about the Grammys.
So growing up a 49ers fan, it's kind of fitting he did it at Levi Stadium, the Niners Stadium.
Right, I didn't take him for a 49ers fan. Yeah. But, you know, I was fan like football, I guess. Anyways.
So was the jersey his uncle's jersey, or was it somebody on the 49ers?
It was the jersey, like the whole set was like designed for him. Like Zara designed like every single individual piece for every person in that performance, including even like the typical like Puerto Rican wear, quote unquote, I'll say. Everything was Zara design. But I think he just wanted the 6'4" on the jersey just to give it out to his late uncle.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I thought that was super sweet.
It was.
And he also had a really nice fit at the Grammys too. He's always been known for his good fashion taste. There's actually a rumor that he was going to wear a dress at the Super Bowl.
Which he didn't. For everyone who's worrying about that, he did not.
Yeah, but I think he would have ate if he did, because he's always been known for his like unique styling and like storytelling. Because in an article from Vogue, he was saying how he only likes to style himself. Like it has to be based off of his ideas.
Which, honestly, I respect, because some of the stylists out here in Hollywood don't really have the best of their clients at heart, because they be sending them out here looking like a hot mess.
Yes, and they do it like all for themselves. It's like, no, like listen to your client. Like it's them that they're like representing your outfit, but it's still them at the same time.
# Law Roach, because it's been known he has.
Oh, this is so true. I heard about that.
Law Roach is a stylist, but he's more famously for styling Zendaya.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been styling other people as well, and he has been known to kind of have some flops here and there, not really styling them well, not really fitting to their body type or their type of person, which honestly is kind of true if you look at their outfits compared to Zendaya. But
the favoritism,
yeah,
she is great and all, but it's like, girl, like those are your clients too. Like you need to take care of them. Because being a stylist, I've done some research because I would like to be a stylist when taking, but it's all about what your client wants and stuff. You guys have to communicate because you do build a relationship off of that. So it doesn't seem like as if he's being as loyal to some of his other clients. I've noticed that with like other stylists, or maybe some stylists just don't know how to style their clients. Because for example, at the Grammys, like Somber, I did not like his outfit. Or who was it? Addison Rae. Like, yeah, here's some outfits that we're looking at. Like, he looks a hot mess. Like, the only thing I liked was his shoes. But
which one's Addison Rae?
That girl.
This one.
I feel like
she was in the all
Who's the second one?
That's Chaperone.
Yes.
Oh.
It's Chaperone. Chaperone had the one with the skin-tight bodysuit.
A little reveal.
That's kind of
crazy. With the hood and, like, the red sheer dress.
I'd call that a little bit more than just a little reveal.
I like what she did, though, because... How do I word this? Like, well, I like that it was like a little reveal as she was hiding it, but she's always been known for like her unique styling, and of course she has like very unique pop music. But her and like Teyana Taylor, like they were getting so much hate for their outfits, but it's like, let them express themselves how they want to. It shouldn't be like as wrong as compared to like a man.
Hers isn't that bad.
Yeah,
just Chaperones is one misstep. You showing everything.
It's one wardrobe malfunction.
And you making headlines like Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, true.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Her career took a nosedive after that.
I felt so bad because her music is so good, but
it wasn't even her fault. Like everyone got so like mad at her. She got blackballed by the NFL, but over here Justin Timberlake doing so fine, soaring, and it took so long for her to come back just from that one mistake.
I feel like anytime someone has like a wardrobe malfunction, whether it be at a concert or whether it be like at the Super Bowl, like there's always that one embarrassing moment that will like haunt you for like a long time.
Oh yeah, but they shouldn't blame it on her. Like, it wasn't her fault that happened to her costume.
Well, no.
But back to your point about fashion designer, I heard allegedly somewhere it was the fashion designer's fault who created it is the reason it came apart like that.
Oh, I bet. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Leave it to the fashion designers.
Allegedly.
They got locked in.
And it was like the top was kind of like, I can't remember like in detail, but I'm pretty sure it was like a leather jacket type situation, and she had like the zipper. So like from the way he kind of like he ripped it, but it was a zipper, so like there's no way you could like rip it off unless you fully drag his hand down. But it was like more like a side swipe.
Yeah, that's what
opening.
I saw.
That's crazy.
So I kind of believe it in a way that it was a designer error.
Definitely, because what year was this? Does anyone remember?
Oh God. That was in 2000.
It had to be early to mid 2000s.
Well, they were probably like testing out some like new like fashion design ideas, and that was just one that went wrong. Even though they had like rehearsals to like probably like where they done it like over and over again, but of course the one time it happens, it's on live TV.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. Sorry, Janet Jackson.
Legend.
I really like Sabrina Carpenter's look at the Grammys. She's always been known for doing like a little vintage, what is it, 50s fashion? Yeah, and her performance was good. Though some people didn't like it.
Well, that's not too bad.
They thought she was just being like, we were saying like, oh, her performance was basic for being a pilot. And I was like,
I mean, but it fits in her theme of what she's been doing on her tours, though.
Yeah, like that's what y'all should have expected if you follow along with Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, she wears a different outfit every tour.
But like the same font.
Yeah,
I can see what you mean, though. Her look is like very 50s, very 60s, Marilyn Monroe-esque type of feel, type of look.
I feel like they were trying to do that with Addison Rae too, but it was not giving. I didn't really like it.
She looks like a swan.
Yes.
And then the when she posed, you can tell the back was like super high cut. I'm like, I feel like they were trying too hard. They're trying too hard to push her pop star narrative when really she's really still a lot of people know her as TikTok star Addison Rae. She was in the
Dancing
Hype House
videos.
She was Charlie D'Amelio's best friend. Like a lot of people still know her from that, and not too many people are following her music because they're trying to push her too much into pop instead of easing her into it. Like
her branding and advertisement has not been good, and like the way they've like creatively directed her like performances, like it's not been good.
Like take Olivia Dean for example. She was also in the Hype House and was a TikTok influencer, but you don't hear about that anymore. But you hear more so about her music now because her transition was a lot more smoother. Her music.
It took her a long waiting. Like I didn't really know who she was till this year, but Addison Rae, like we've always been known of who she was.
So I just think they could have did a little bit better on that, especially with the wide hips. I feel like that was kind of like unnecessary to have the wide hips and then the fabric kind of tail down. I didn't really see the point.
Yeah, she was doing like a little like video where she was like pointing out her butt.
You know what that look reminds me of? If you've ever seen White Chicks at the end where they're wearing the
swans.
It's got that hip around there makes me think of the swan from White Chicks.
Oh my God.
That's what they based it off of, obviously.
Hey.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
BF.
I mean, everyone at the Grammys dresses the way they want to, you know. Not everyone has like a dress on. Like everyone kind of has their own unique personality. Like Billie Eilish had like something that was like it was like a shirt.
I kind of liked her little schoolgirl fit. I think it's very fitting for Billie Eilish. Just like all the other outfits. And we'll be back after this song. we are back on Hawk Radio live at 365.
So we done already dissed the Super Bowl, okay? So we actually gonna dive into the game. We ain't gonna talk about the concert that happened during the game. We're gonna talk about the game itself. So the game itself was a dog walk. It was bad. Like that first half of the game was all defense. I don't think there was more than 9 points scored across the for Seahawks and New England. But New England done got dog walked. Like Seattle showed up and said, "Listen, we gonna play with you for a little bit, and then we gonna just whoop you." The first
they did more than whoop.
Oh. We don't have to talk about that, all right?
He had so many.
It was bad.
He had so many times. He got sacked. He got pressured 4 times.
The Seattle Seahawks tied a Super Bowl record with 6 sacks in the game. And it was bad.
He just wasn't, like, using the time correctly. He was, like, throwing it when he didn't need to.
So, getting into that, right? So, going into the game, the New England set made history with having 2 rookies on the left side. And the left side is typically the quarterback's blind side if they're a right-handed quarterback. So they made history in that point, and you could see it too, because you have 4 5-year veterans on the defensive line for Seattle going up against 2 rookies, one of which, who coming into the draft this year, his big thing was he has short arms for a guard. Oh. Or not guard, tackle. And so he has to be a little bit faster. And he's coming off a knee injury too, because he came back in like the last game of the season for New England, and he has to go into the playoffs having to face 3-4 top 10 defenses. So going into that just in general was a strain. But then he has to go up against like DeMarcus Lawrence. Come on, who's going to win that battle all day? Yeah. So, and then they're disguising the schemes against a second-year quarterback. It was a bad day for everybody across the board for New England. So, Will Campbell gave up 14 pressures in the game. It was so bad watching the game in itself because Drake May had no time in the pocket at all. He'd run and he'd just continue to bounce outside. And he couldn't get anything going. While on Seattle's side, passing-wise, Seattle couldn't get anything going because our passing defense was on lock. Christian Gonzalez, or Gonzo, had about 7 pass breakups. He covered Seattle's 2 top receivers, which was Raheed Shaheed and the offensive player of the year, Jackson Smith and Jigba, who I'm going to call JSN because that's too long of a name to pronounce for the entire rest of the show.
Too long to remember.
So, so JSN, and both of them, he was one-on-one with them. And let me tell you, this dude... You talk about Michael Jordan. My man went full Air Jordan. He jumped and he stretched out his body. One of which would have been a go-ahead touchdown for JSN. My man stretched out and said, "Nah, get that out of here." He pulled a Stephon Gilmore from when that Jacksonville play, if you remember, a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And then again against Raheed Shaheed, one-on-one, he tried to go over the top. You can't go over the top on Gonzo. I'm just saying. My man deserved top corner money. But then the biggest difference maker of the game was Kenneth Walker for Seattle. Oh, yeah. Kenneth Walker... He's the first player since Terrell Davis for Denver to rush for 135 yards in the Super Bowl and win MVP. I don't know about you. I don't know if you can run a ball that hard and expect to win or expect to lose. Like New England, when you're on the field for that long, the defense for New England was on the field for 33 minutes and 11 seconds because that's the time of possession Seattle's offense had. Mm-hmm. You're on the field for that long and you're running up and down the field. You're going to get tired. The first half, they had it. The second half, you could tell they were gassed coming out the gate. Kenneth Walker, they controlled the ground game, they controlled the run game. Mm-hmm. But then in the fourth quarter, it was all done. That's when they started scoring touchdowns. First touchdown was to Seattle's tight end, Barnes. Then it was a pick 6 back for a touchdown. It's like, at that point, New England finally scored a touchdown. I'm sitting there, what's the point?
It's too late now. Like, y'all already lost it, gave them the play, and then you're going to try and make a touchdown to make it better? No, you already lost it.
It was bad.
It's over.
Yeah. It was pretty much over. Like, you could tell it was the writing on the wall. Mm-hmm. Like, there was a clip on YouTube which shows they were mic'd up. You have Mike Vrabel on the sideline talking about you still want to stay in the game to Drake May. Like, and Drake May is that guy who's not going to bail out on his team and going to quit on his team. He stayed in, but he was getting hit.
He was thinking about it.
It was bad.
He had a long game. There was times where I was happy where he did get out of the pocket and he was able to run. So I was happy that he was able to do that, but he was getting sacked after sack after sack. And then on top of that, there was a clip where the left tackle for the Patriots literally wasn't doing like jack squat.
Yeah, Will Campbell was getting cooked.
Yeah, was purposely letting him get tackled, and the fact that what irritated me more is that it was like, you could see at one point they were willingly letting Drake May get hit of how easily they were letting the Seahawks defender push through.
And so that was part of the reason he had 3 turnovers, right? Mm-hmm. He had a fumble, he had a pick 6, and then he threw another pick trying to go deep to, I believe it was Williams or Booty. It's like, yeah, okay.
Funny.
But at that point, the game's over. There's no chance of them coming back. But as a Patriots fan myself, I am disappointed in the game, but you have to look at it as there's a lot of upside, right? Because coming into the season, neither team was supposed to make the Super Bowl. New England wasn't even supposed to be in the playoffs. So to see the turnaround, to go from a 4-3 win team to a 14-win team and make the Super Bowl, there's a lot of upside. Yes, there were mistakes as rookies, but you saw the development with the receivers, with Stephon Diggs now in the room. You saw the development with Booty. You saw the development with Williams, and you saw the development with Pop Douglas. You see that there's a foundation there now. You have a coach who's been a player in Mike Vrabel. So while I'm disappointed, I'm not angry because with Seattle also wasn't supposed to be there, but neither was Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is the first quarterback to play for 5 different teams and go win a Super Bowl as the starter. You don't see that in today's league.
You don't.
Sam Darnold, who was written off as the Jets, literally, there's a clip, and it's an old clip, of him on the sideline when he first faced New England. I want to say in his rookie year. You could catch him on the sideline mic'd up saying, I'm seeing ghosts. He goes from seeing ghosts to seeing confetti and a Lombardi trophy in his hands.
And a Disney World Championship.
And he's going to Disney at the end of the day.
Wow, there's a lot of emotional depth in this.
And so Sam Darnold just had himself a hell of a playoffs. They're the first team to go through to win 4 games and not have a turnover, too, this postseason. There's just so many things that you can't be angry about. You can't be disappointed. It's just you can only appreciate what he was able to do.
Yeah. And honestly, when you look at it from that perspective, I can definitely see where you're coming from, definitely understand it, because even though it may not have been the most perfect or entertaining game, individually wise, looking at each of the players and their skill set and the coaches that's a part of the team, even some of the new coaches, new players, you do have to okay, they did kind of work, even though it was unexpected for both teams to be in the playoffs and be in the Super Bowl. You have to admit that they did play a pretty solid game, and they kind of, even though some of them gave up, they did stick with their team throughout the end.
Yeah.
So you do have to cherish that.
Yeah. One thing that I didn't see is I was totally zoned out because it was like, I legitimately thought by the third quarter that the Patriots were going to be the first team to get 0 points in a Super Bowl game, which is still yet to happen.
Dude, it was looking like that going into the fourth.
It was, and I was just totally zoning out, and then I didn't even realize, but apparently someone bet on himself to go running on the field, and he made $310,000. It's
hey, money's money.
Yeah, I mean, what if you bet on yourself and you win $100,000? There's nothing bad about it, because even if you get caught, you literally get money. So, but
that's enough to pay your fine, your grocery bill, and maybe even have enough left over for your rent. Shoot, I mean, do you by any chance have the person's number? So I know for the next football game, I'm trying. That sounds like some really easy money. And plus, I'm a fast runner.
You're here to track.
I don't mind doing it.
But all in all,
do for a change.
Great game. Aside from the actual play itself, you had a bunch of history made. Stephon Diggs finally made the Super Bowl. And I'm just gonna say, Sam Darnold made a Super Bowl before Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, and Lamar Jackson, all in the same draft. Just saying. So, for everyone who wants to talk smack on Sam Darnold, he don't care. He got the ring first.
He did that.
It's kind of crazy. You look at the Bills, they have a huge history of making it in the Super Bowl 4 times and losing all 4 times.
And they were all straight.
You look at the Bucs this year, they were projected to make it at halftime, and then they just flopped. I mean,
they had a complete collapse.
So the Colts collapsed.
Well, the Colts, you got to give a pass to the Colts. Their quarterback tore his Achilles or his ACLs, either one.
It was Richardson,
so yeah, you have to give the Colts a little bit of a pass.
Yeah, Rivers ain't coming next year.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Phillip Rivers.
Oh, I'm hoping Phillip Rivers stays retired. I couldn't. When he came back, I couldn't help but laugh. The dude's got grandchildren.
He's 40-something years old with 7 children.
He's 47?
Yeah.
He's a grandpa?
Yeah. Dude's got 8 kids. Dude's got 7, 8 kids.
That's
and
crazy.
He's got grandkids, and he done played in the NFL.
Wait, when did he have these kids? Do we know?
Throughout his career. That's the running joke that I can't say on the air.
Yeah, that's for outside.
Okay, that is crazy to know. Okay, but we'll be back after this little song.
And we're back out of that break. You listen to this on the Hawk Radio at ACC. Live 365, folks. Now, y'all done had a bit of a more chill, relax, we had a few little discussions, a little bit. It was getting a little heated, but not too much. It was perfect for a nice Tuesday. Is Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. I'm sorry.
Right,
my
day's been off.
Too. Yeah. So, now we moving from the field to the stands.
Ooh.
This is where it gets nice and juicy.
Ooh.
This is where all the meat and potatoes are.
What fans are fighting now?
Oof.
The potatoes are cooking.
Man. So we all kind of know who Cardi B is. We know who Stephon Diggs is.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that in late years, 2025, they had a son in November. Now, the 32-year-old wide receiver for the New England Patriots, of course, didn't have what it takes to win the Super Bowl.
Well, dang. Why we gotta put it that way?
Sorry.
My man's a Patriots fan.
Sorry, but he did have what it takes. And also, he did have a little bit of an outbreak on the field when he retaliated against another player.
That player hit him first. I will defend that to my dying day.
So,
you still have 6 Super Bowls.
That also, is another thing. But we're not talking about the field. We're talking about the stands. We're talking about outside the stadium.
Yeah.
And it's infamous that he has 4 baby mamas, right? But in 2025, he had Cardi B, and Lord forgive me, because I might pronounce her name right, but KV, Benji, and Ali Lopurin, Lepora are his newest baby mamas. And guess here's the real kicker. Both of them had his daughters in April of 2025. So he had those two and Cardi B.
So he's got what, 4 kids, 3 kids?
3, 4 kids.
Yeah.
With all these
in the span of 1 year. And two of them in the same month. And then Cardi B in November of 2025. So he has 4 sons and 2 daughters, which bring his total of baby mamas up to 6. 6, which is crazy. And his first daughter was by Tyler Murray. That was in 2016. That was around the time where he first got drafted into the NFL. So from 2016 to 2000, I must have said the wrong date. 2025, he got 6 baby mamas.
He's just trying to have a co-ed softball team. That's all that is.
Co-ed softball. Well, I mean, he might have took some mentoring from Nick Cannon. Because, Nick Cannon,
Oh, no. Don't even get me started on him.
That dude be popping out babies like he a factory.
Exactly.
That's why he quit AGT. He said, I'm gone from that.
Man.
He got wilding out. That ain't no better.
Listen, I think he's trying to have enough kids to pass wilding out off to them, and they can have their own little crew.
Dog.
He's crazy.
But according to People's Magazines, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs have been rumored to have broken up, and it was like right after the Super Bowl. So that was like that Monday when at first fans started to notice they unfollowed each other. Now fans of Cardi B was so happy for this because they were like, oh yeah, it's Stefon Diggs out and Stefon Diggs out, because like, okay, it's Stefon Diggs. Like they were still kind of like a little bit shaken up from Offset, because that's a whole nother mess, because Offset, Cardi B's divorce. Offset was being a bit of a whiny baby because he wanted her to pay all his taxes. He wanted to get half of everything. See, folks, this is what happens when you don't marry with a prenup. This is what happens.
She was the man of the house.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
She's the one that had the bread. But back to this current relationship of hers. There wasn't like nothing. Neither of them had talked about the rumors or addressed the rumors. It wasn't until Cardi B went on tour for her Little Miss Drama tour that she announced the rumors and the speculation. In her words, she said, I ain't F with my baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my baby daddy. So basically mean she's not messing with Stefon Diggs. However, she's still defending him because that, it is still the father of her child, and their relationship was the relationship.
She's better than me. I was about to say that about him. Any man that did me wrong?
Well, how do you know he did anything wrong?
We don't know.
We don't know what happened behind closed doors.
This is true. She could have been bad. Well, they probably both were toxic. I mean, look at them. She is a little Miss Drama.
I know that you're toxic.
And the relationship did come off fresh off. Well, her divorce is still kind of in action. It's not totally finalized. It's been said that it is, but it isn't. That's still kind of up in the air, because if you know, divorces take a really long time to get fully finalized. But it's been kind of like up in the air, and it was said, well, not was said, but it is said that one of his baby mamas, I think it was Kiana Barber, that's not the baby mama that had his son, but she had courtside tickets to the game, and she posted it on her story. So fans and other news sources are kind of like speculating that has something to do also with the fact that they're broken up, and because of how he basically slept with 2 other girls in November, and then also got her pregnant in November.
Oh, well, gosh.
So,
wait, how old was the kid of this Barber girl?
Barber, she was, he is still a newborn.
Oh, okay, I was about to say maybe he just got tickets for them so he can watch the game, but he's a baby. He doesn't know what's happening.
Especially newborn.
Okay, so I would be a little suspicious.
Yeah, the only one of his kids who are like pretty much at talking age is his eldest daughter by Tyler Murray. That was the one from 2016. So that's one of his only kids. But the other ones were from 2025 and it's either at the end of 2023 or somewhere in the middle of 2024. The dates are kind of like not known, but we just have like the months. But
we have some sort of a timeline.
Yeah, some sort of a timeline.
He stopped messing with that baby mama drama.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. He's a little Miss Drama.
That's not even the kicker for Stephon Diggs, though.
And not on the field.
Off the field, he's dealing with a court case of felony strangulation and other criminal charges stemming from alleged dispute with his personal chef, according to ESPN.
I'm just gonna put in he pleaded not guilty.
He did plead not guilty.
So just saying.
Also, personal chef, like, I mean, if you don't like your personal chef, like, give it to someone else who does want it. Like,
well, apparently she was asking to get paid, and he didn't want to pay. She's claiming that she wanted to get paid. They went into the back room. He pinned her up against the wall and choked her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
To give you the basic synopsis, and he's saying, and he's pleading not guilty.
Bro just pulled a WWE.
Was there any evidence? Was there more like info in this case?
This thing happened a couple months ago.
Yeah, he's just like after the Super Bowl. We just got little footage of the actual court case. That's where we got the clip of him pleading not guilty. So the details on it's still pretty tight-lipped, and not really like much is known to the public other than the fact that he pleaded not guilty and that he has that charge for strangulation, and it's between his personal chef, which is still alleged, hasn't really been confirmed. So that's also another thing he's been dealing with. And after the Super Bowl, he tried to get in the club with his brother and all his rest of his friends. He couldn't really get in the club. He was still standing off to the side. Man looked it sad. He looked it lonely. Which honestly I can understand, because you did just lose a Super Bowl in front of live national television all the way from overseas. So I kind of see why you're sad, but
I was still hung up on the case. That's kind of rough from both sides.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happened. I think he got accused like 2 games before the playoffs started, so they've known this was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But they were able to postpone the case until, or at least the trial, until after the Super Bowl.
Of course.
Yep.
So.
What was his brother's name? Was it
Trevor?
Trevor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
That dude got cut by the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't even get me started on him.
And also, this is not for fans of Stephon Diggs or just outside of watchers. This isn't really surprising for some, because he has had like assault rumors and alleged rumors also in the past. One time where he allegedly assaulted a man in a club, punched him in the face. You know,
brother.
Yeah, they've been talking stuff like that.
Kind of lining up.
So it kind of, he has a record stacked against him. So it's kind of, you know. So he's dealing with his baby mama drama, and then he's dealing with Cardi B. And if you know Cardi B knows how to talk. Cardi B.
I think we all know who Cardi is.
Yeah.
Cardi B is by now.
Cardi B even said it herself. Cardi B said that she just talks a lot. She just got to figure out how to rap about it.
Oh, Lord.
In her one court case against that security guard, it was so funny. Like that guy was so stupid asking her questions. He's like, "Is that a wig?" And she was like, "Yes, this is a wig."
That's crazy.
But
she was calling that girl like big. I was like, "Oh my god!" But that's a whole other thing.
On to another part of the stands. More inside the boxes. Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner, according to Cosmopolitan, are exes because they dated in 2023 and they were off and on again in 2024. and it was a clip of her in the box. She was sitting behind her older sister, Kim Kardashian, next to her newest thing, which is Lewis Hamilton, the famous F1 driver. He's a world champion.
Yes, he is.
And has won the cup. And it was also, now this one is not as concrete as Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner, but supposedly Lewis Hamilton and Kendall Jenner dated. Now, this one is not too much going around, just little photos, little videos. So it's not really confirmed.
I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, it's something there, but
They need to stop messing with our athletes. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That messes everybody.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back after this one last hit. And unfortunately, we gotta go. The barbershop is closing. But you're here with Tati.
Travail.
Sid.
And AJ.
Bye, y'all.